Hey guys, how's it going? So this video I'm gonna show my face finally. I have showed my face in the past, but I'm finally showing my face. The reason why I don't show my face was, I don't know, I guess I was a little paranoid because back in the day I had money. Now I'm not, as rich. But then I also gotta think about like how people like Graham Stephan, Jeremy, and Ricky, they're all like millionaires, and nobody goes in, and they live in the US. Nobody tries to invade their house, kidnap them, and then try to steal their money. But so I don't think I should worry too much about that or at all, because at the end of the day, if those guys attempt it, they're probably gonna go to jail for life if they don't get away with it. So and it's like robbing a bank. It's like I'm going to go rob a bank and I'm gonna get away with it. I highly doubt. I highly doubt a lot of people will rob a bank and get away with it. So kidnapping me and trying to steal my money, even though I'm not even a millionaire anymore. Yeah. So this is a video about how I basically lost it all. But before we begin, I would appreciate a thumbs up for this video, and also subscribe if you are not haven't subscribed yet. I'm probably gonna leave the subscribe logo throughout this entire video. This is like I'm using my phone to edit, and then after that I'm probably gonna add images. So I want to share a video with you. Sorry, not a video, an image with you. This is me. This is me taking a picture with not Graham Stephan, Jeremy and Ricky. So it's a pretty interesting video. I mean, video image. I'm such an idiot. But anyways, yeah, I messed. I can. This is kind of a raw video, a little bit of editing, a little bit of raw. But okay, let's introduce myself. So I might start up a brand new channel name, and I'm going to be calling it Kevin Pham's Trading, because I used to be an investor, but I think I'm more of a trader now, simply because I understand charts. And another reason why I don't like long-term investing right now is because I fear that a market crash will happen eventually, and I'm waiting for that market crash before I become a long-term investor. There's no point of long-term investing when I know the market is a big, giant, fat, ugly bubble. And if or when Donald Trump loses, I think Donald Trump's gonna lose. I could be wrong, but when Donald Trump loses, I think the market will crash. But I could be totally wrong, and Donald Trump could end up winning, and the market could continue to run for another 4 years, which would be insane. But that is a huge possibility that the markets could run for another 4 years if Donald Trump wins. But my thought behind Donald Trump winning is that even if Donald Trump wins, I think the market is gonna crash, and he won't care as much because he won. His whole objective of keeping the market up is so he can win the next presidential election. So yeah. Anyways, let's start up how I became a millionaire and how I lost it all. Well, I not lost it all, but I lost my millionaire status. So basically, my first investment ever was in Activision Blizzard, ATVI. I bought it because of a game called Diablo 3. I was basically a gamer, and when I heard of Diablo 3, I got really excited, and I did a lot of research, and I realized that I could invest into the company and play the game at the same time. I was like, that's cool. So back in 2011, I went out and I bought myself a brand new computer, and then I opened up an investment account, and I bought into a company called ATVI at around $12 US. I thought that, I looked at the finances and I was like, this company makes a profit and it's pretty decent. Why is this thing trading at $11? And then, so I bought into it, and then I bought the game launched, I bought it, The game was amazing. I had a lot of fun, but the stock didn't take off. It was just like sitting there and doing nothing. And then a couple years later, the stock took off. It went from $11 to $20. And I quickly sold my stock, but if we fast forward to today, the stock is sitting around $72, $73. So I could have made a huge amount of money if I just hold it onto the stock, but I didn't. And then in 2013, I believe, around 2013, I ran across a company called AMD. Why? Because I was looking into PlayStation 4, and I was wondering at the time when they announced the PlayStation 4, who is the hardware supplier for the PlayStation 4, and I discovered that it was AMD. And then I also discovered, this was only theory, I didn't have 100% proof, that AMD was also going to be supplying Xbox with their chips. So for their console. So I was thinking with the Xbox and the PlayStation that AMD would gain a lot of market share, but at the time AMD had inferior, like literally really inferior hardware compared to Intel, and the computer enthusiasts didn't buy AMD products because they were inferior to their competitors, which was Nvidia and Intel at the time. So AMD didn't really take off, and they were actually struggling because they couldn't sell any of their products, or it was very hard for them to sell their products. So the CEO at the time, because the company was struggling, the current CEO, Roy Reed, he was canned and he was replaced by Dr. Lisa Su. I'm going to put a picture right there in the editing. So Dr. Lisa Su, she turned the company around. She focused, first she came in and she fired a bunch of people, and she got rid of some assets. She sold off some assets, and she made the company focus on two things: consoles and the CPU architecture. And because of that focus, they were able to compete with Intel nowadays. Nowadays, a lot of people on YouTube are very, a lot of people switch sides. They basically switch from Intel to AMD. And that's the reason why AMD is at $50. I wish I still had some AMD stock because I could call myself a long-term investor. I'm a long-term investor, AMD, I bought it at $2 and now it's at $50. That would have been a nice story, but unfortunately I sold off at $10 to $11. And then in 2016, about late 2016, around December of 2016, my friend told me about Aurora, and how they were building a 800,000 square feet purpose-built facility at right by the Edmonton International Airport. And my theory was why would they build a huge facility by an Edmonton International Airport? My guess was they were planning to ship their products worldwide, and they were going to be an international company. So, and I thought it was kind of cool that, they were building a facility right by, right in my hometown by the Edmonton International Airport. So I took my money that I made off AMD, and I invested quite heavily. First, I invested $250,000 into Aurora, and I had my portfolio diversified into AMD, Aurora, and then sometime in 2017, Aurora announced that they acquired Pandanios. So I was like, wow, that is awesome. Now they are really an international company. But the stock was plummeting when they announced that news. So I took more money and I just kept funneling money into Aurora. And then late 2017, the stock took off. It went from literally $2 Canadian, like 2 something Canadian, all the way up to 14 Canadian dollars by the like near the end of 2017, which was an amazing run, by the way. I realized that, what happened then. It was, a bunch of rich people came in and they betted Aurora would be the big competitor to Canopy, and there was a whole MJ bubble at the time because of Constellation brand. I didn't realize that the MJ market was in a big bubble. If I sold, I would have been sitting on 3 million Canadian dollars. In 2018, when the stock market was crashing, I sold out of everything and I had almost $1.5 million in cash. But unfortunately, I was sitting on the sideline and I was like, Donald Trump was like saying, "Oh, buy that." He was saying buy that dip, and I didn't listen to him. And then, Aurora and all the MJ stocks took off. And then when they were declining, I decided to buy a falling knife. And then I lost a ton of money. Lost some money on Harvest. I lost some money on Afria. I lost some money on the MJ sector because I was an idiot. And I went back into the MJ sector and I was playing speculative stocks. If I just diversified into some more safe companies, I may still be a millionaire right now, but I decided to go back into the MJ sector and lost it all. But anyways, that's basically my story. You guys probably heard it over and over and over again, but I decided to talk about it again. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my face review finally. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope my channel grows from this. I'm probably gonna change my name, but please subscribe for future updates, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.